Superdelegates. You've probably heard about them by now. They're the people who may ultimately decide the Democratic presidential nomination. I'm Chris Casteel, and I've got one of those superdelegates with me today here in the Washington Bureau of the Oklahoman, Dan Boren from Muskogee. Congressman, you've been undecided as a superdelegate. Do you think that ultimately you're going to have to decide between Senators Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton?
I think I will have to cast a vote at the convention. My plan is to be there. The one difficult position that I'm in is the fact, I'm more conservative than Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama. Mm-hmm. And, I want to say that over and over again. My constituents are very conservative. So I would have rather seen, a Southern governor, someone who was probably more in line with Oklahoma. But, I'm a delegate, and so I think that, I'm going to have to use my best judgment at the convention. I think between the two, it's not an endorsement of them, but it's going to be a judgment call as to who I think is the most electable Democrat, who's going to do the most for Oklahoma, because that's one of the things I've been asking. Mm-hmm. Hey, what are you going to do for Muskogee? What are you going to do for McAllister? What are you going to do for Idabel? What are you going to, all these communities in my district, and are you going to have a liaison that's going to be very active going to Congress? The Bush administration, we've been able to work with their liaison very well. Whenever there's an ice storm, whenever there's something that happens locally, they've been very good in staying in touch with us. And so with Barack or Hillary, I want to make sure that they don't forget about us. Mm-hmm.
Congressman, the convention is in August in Denver, and you're thinking at this point it may actually come to that.
I do.
Casting their votes.
I talked to another congressman who was with Senator Obama's campaign, and he told me that it looks like even if you put Michigan and Florida in the mix, if Hillary wins Pennsylvania, which I think most people think she will, that it could come down literally, Barack Obama could be ahead by 25 to 30 delegates going into the convention, pledged delegates.
Right.
So it really, I wish I wasn't in this position, frankly. It's a no-win situation. Most politicians will tell you, you get involved in two races, you get beaten both of them. And you just try to do the best you can. Senator Clinton won our district with 66% of the vote. And so that weighs heavily on me. Barack Obama came in third in some of the counties. I think Edwards was probably the most popular, but he had already dropped out.
Right.
So it's going to be difficult, but I think I'll be able to do it. I've talked to President Clinton on the phone.
I was going to ask you if you heard from the campaigns.
Oh, absolutely. I have, and they definitely are courting me, but we'll see.
Have you heard from the Obama campaign as well? Have you heard from him personally, or just from
his office? His office called several weeks ago, and they were trying to schedule a call between Barack and myself, and we were unable to do it. But I do look forward to visiting with him. But he has had people contact me, other members of Congress that are kind of with his camp, and a lot of people from Illinois. So.
Well, Congressman Dan Boren from Muskogee, thanks so much for coming in and talking about this complicated but important topic of superdelegates, and look for more coverage in the Oklahoman about the Democratic presidential race.